would hug you or shake your hand after what you did to my husband, you son of a bitch. Might see you here tonight, you know, and it's actually, this is great, because if anybody here needs to hear this, it's you. I am here as a wife because I need my husband. I am here as a mother because my children deserve their father. Now maybe there are possibilities that we can...
Don't do it! Don't do it! That was some fucked up shit.
I know what you were gonna say. Possibilities, but no, there's no possibilities. It is a certainty that after what I did to Edge, that Edge will never wrestle again. Now, Beth, I owe you an explanation.
Thank you. Good explanation.
And I'm going to give you one.
Thank you.
I don't know how to say it really, but let me start with a little story. Back in 1999, in the fall, October, I believe, WWE had a live event in St. Louis, which just so happens to be where I live. My father, Cowboy Bob Orton, took me downtown to the event to meet a couple WWE agents, Jack Lanza and Tony Gurria, because his son, that'd be me at 19 years old, wanted to break into the business. Now, we were backstage downtown, and at this point in my life, I was a fan. I grew up in the business. This business is in my blood. I'm third generation, but at that point in my life at 19, I was just a fan. And to be backstage and to see the likes of Austin, H, Michaels, Foley, Davey Boy Smith, they were all there, but you know who the one man was that came up to my father to show his respects? Edge. Ed shook my father's hand and told him, and while he told him this, I was beaming with pride. I'm so proud to be the son of Cowboy Bob Orton, a legend in this business. Edge told him he was one of the best bad guys in the history of this business. Edge told my father that he's one of the reasons why he broke into the business in the first place. I was beaming with pride. And then my father introduced me to Edge, and he said, "This is my boy, his name's Randy, and he's looking to break into the business." Do you know what Edge did? He looked at me with all the sincerity a man can have in his demeanor. He shook my hand, he thanked me, he said, "Good luck. Good luck, kid. Maybe, just maybe, you can play your cards right. One day, you and I could work together in that ring." I'll never forget that. As a matter of fact, that motivated me, and I went from being insecure about my abilities in this ring to becoming confident and going on. And years later, a handful of years later, Edge and I were battling all over the world in main events of pay-per-views for the Intercontinental Championship, and we were stealing the show every damn night. And then a few years after that, Edge and I started our rated RKO, and you know what we did? We became tag team champion. And just when things couldn't get any better, just when we were flying high as high can be, I got a little too close to the sun. I flew a little too high myself. I hit a brick wall, I hit a rough patch, to say the least of it, and I made some very poor life choices, and I dug a hole so deep, Beth, that I should have been buried in it. But you know why I wasn't? Because Edge reached down, grabbed me by the hand, and pulled me up out of that hole. He saved my life. He made me realize that there's more to life. There's love, there's children, there's having a family, starting a family. I was able to go to volleyball games, baseball games, go to my son's play, help them with their homework, teach them how to be men, teach my daughters how a man should treat a woman. And I was able to do that because your husband, Edge, saved my life. What I did was I returned the favor and I saved his life, because at the Royal Rumble, the crowd, the reception for Edge when his music hit, it had been 9 long years, Beth. I get goosebumps thinking about it. And I know all of you remember it. It was only 5-6 weeks ago, and it was such a great feeling, but it wasn't a one-off, because the next night, I realized in this very ring that Edge thought that he was back for good. Edge thought that he was going to start competing on a regular basis, and I knew better. I knew that someone like me was going to make a name for themselves and put your husband in a wheelchair or possibly worse. And I wanted you to have a husband. I wanted your 2 little daughters, Lyric and Ruby, to have their father. How are your daughters, by the way? Thanks to me, Edge is going to be able to be their father, be your husband. He's going to be able to go on hikes, ride bikes, take them to volleyball practice, softball practice. He's going to be able to be there for them because of me. And I did it because I love Edge, I love you, and I love your 2 little girls. But here's the sad truth. Here's the sad truth. Everybody blames me for what I did to Edge. Everybody thinks it was my fault, but you know deep down in your heart, you know with every shred of your being that it's not my fault, is it, Beth? It's your fault. You are an enabler. You enabled Edge. If he was a drug addict, you wouldn't supply him with drugs. If he was an alcoholic, you wouldn't mix him a drink and put one in his hand every night. Edge is a junkie. Edge is a junkie for the roar of the crowd. And you did nothing to stop it. You did nothing to help him. So I had to step in because I loved him like a brother. And I had to do what I had to do to make sure that he could go on and be your husband. Be a father to Lyric and Ruby. And you know what, Beth? When I say that out loud, I realize something. I love Lyric and Ruby, your 2 little girls, your beautiful girls. I love your girls, and I love Edge more than you ever could.
Bullshit!
Truth hurts, don't it?
Don't do it. Wow, who else is coming? He's off the bench.
Where's Jeff? It was self-defense.
Nah, he reacted too quick.
That's Kurt Hawkins, that's Zack Ryder, that's Rey Mysterio. That was Edge.
Bring Roderick.
That's Gregory Helms. There's a hurricane coming through.
We need more people.
Where's your first was Edge, second was now Beth Phoenix.
Cole, I have no words for this. When your wife gets attacked and you, your husband, can't do anything.
Randy has pushed the limits before, but this is just too far.
This is.
Too damn far, King.
Let's take another look at it. Take this out. RKO. I see many things in this business, but nothing like that.
Nothing in this sequence.
Nothing.